Hey guys, James here. We are doing something I haven't really ever done on my channel. But we're going to do we're going to look at a game that got announced earlier today. So what we're watching here, this is the teaser trailer as you can see for Eve Frontier. Now, if you don't know what Eve is, Eve Online is a base MMO. Uh where you're a clone and it's a sandbox essentially. You mine, you can do PvP, PvE. I started playing it in like, oh gosh, maybe 2012. Um, and I've been on and off since then. It's gone through good things, bad things. Um, Video has some. It kind of gives me like the audio to it gives me Dune like vibes. Um, but it looks amazing. Now, you might be sitting here asking, what is Eve Frontier? I was confused at first too. But we hop out of this. Yeah, I have another tab open. This shout quick is essentially a space survival MMO. Is kind of I think is what they're kind of labeling it. So we'll go over and we'll take a look at this. CCP Games reveals Eve Frontier. So today, CCP Games is excited to reveal Eve Frontier, a space survival game, and then they embellish it a little bit, defined by freedom, challenge, and consequence, which Eve Online somewhat too. Wake from stasis is the last relic of humanity from a brighter age. Civilization has decayed in the root of its ambition. Feral drone swarms scour its wastes. That immediately gave me like maybe kind of No Man's Sky vibes. And survivors fight to gain control over its resources. Shadow of the Trinary. Who will you become? Yeah. So that doesn't give us much. Give us the teaser trailer. Got a few more paragraphs here. CCP Games is creating a deep, player-driven sandbox for a new era. Cast into a cruel and brutal cosmos, you have been lost to time and lost to light. To survive, you need to explore, exploit, and expand in the face of perpetual annihilation. Frontier, which is assuming the region-ish area that you'll be playing. I mean, it is. But I don't necessarily understand if it's going to be like multi-system, similar to Eve Online, similar to that. Um, don't know yet. Um, but regions is a shattered region of space warped by the presence of supermassive black holes, multiple black holes, gravitationally bound in a macabre dance. Rogue AI infests its depths, corrupting and consuming the remnants of what still stands. Okay, that makes it sound like it's just chaos here, which survival game you would expect. All players on one single shard server, death and opportunity lurk in equal measure. Awareness is power. Your skill as a pilot, strategic choices determine the outcome of every encounter, whether you favor hit and run tactics, stealth, or all out warfare. So, saying pilot makes me think, okay, so it is ships, which they get into here in the next sentence. Exploit the frontier's natural resources to upgrade your ship, vital technology, and acquire new capabilities. Obtain fuel, the lifeblood of your journey. Power your travel as you overcome its dangers. Community-driven and dynamic economy allows you to create custom currencies, establish markets, and trade assets, services, and reputation in a truly open environment. Now that sounds crazy. Like, what does that even mean? So, this is where it kind of gets into the controversial part of this game, I guess you could say. Game has a blockchain concept to it. Now you hear the word blockchain and you're like, oh boy, all right, we know what blockchain is. It's all the little what are they even called? Shit coins, essentially, like Doge coin, all those weird things. Whatever those pictures were called that you could own virtually, whatever stuff like that. it, it brings around all of that concept of stuff, and then apparently, and I don't know this, I hadn't even heard of this being a thing, but there's been plenty of other games that use the concept of a blockchain, and apparently most of them have failed miserably. So, rebuild civilization from its ashes by using smart assemblies, an open-ended platform to construct and program infrastructure within space. Now, what? Construct and program. You're going to be programming in this game, or you can. Expand your influence through defenses, trading posts, and multiple types of functionality, each imbued with a programmable layer that links the world of the frontier to the real world outside of it. I have no idea what that even means, but I'm kind of interested. Develop your own ideas or address the needs of others. From mission systems to private economies, Smart Assemblies unlocks third-party development with a toolkit for creators to build beyond a virtual world. Okay, so eFrontier, and this is a quote from CCP Games CEO Omar. It's just Peterson. The Icelandic names sometimes can be crazy. Redefines the survival genre by fusing intense space survival gameplay with a limitless emergent potential of a player-driven, persistent sandbox universe. From exploiting space itself to shaping entire economies, every decision ripples across this dark and uncompromising expanse. We welcome you to join us in building this next step in our history. Awake eternally. Now, apparently there was a project at CCP Games called Project Awakening, and this game has kind of Awakening has turned into eFrontier. I had no idea. I've been out of the Eve sphere it's been a year or two since I've played and paid attention, really. So I haven't really been paying attention that much. I know there was like Eve Vanguard or whatever. CCP Games has had a history of trying to create other games in the Eve universe, and I want to say failing miserably, but failing fairly miserably. You go back to, what was it, Dusk 514, way back on like PS3, things like that. I have no idea what just popped up. I saw that on video. But there is here. So for more information and to apply for the upcoming Phase 4 closed playtest, go here. I don't believe the date on here. I'm not supposed to say that. I don't know, but there's an upcoming playtest at the end of this month. So I will definitely be checking this out. Doubt I'll be able to stream it or anything, but definitely going to be checking it out and seeing how it goes. Eve is a game that I've always loved. Ever since I first saw my uncle playing it back in like 2007 or 2008, I was absolutely obsessed with it. I love space. And I mean, if this is ambitious, and if this is the game that CCP Games finally strikes gold with a second time after Eve Online, using the Eve universe, this will be great. And I think this could be extremely fun. The blockchain programmable environment in this game kind of interests me. If they get enough people to play it, this could be kind of crazy. Um, Create custom currencies, establish markets, stuff like that is someone who I pay attention to a lot of the real world events that go on. Stuff like that is kind of cool to uh simulate. I think be the proper word to use there. But just different things like that. And a survival aspect of this. Are we able to go down onto planets? Are we stuck in our ship? Um, how's that going to work? I am hoping that I can maybe get into this closed playtest, which apparently is phase 4. So apparently they've been playing playtesting already some. But yeah, hopefully I can get into that and see some more things. Go check out the frequently asked questions here. Again, the art here, I mean, Eve is a beautiful game, and I expect nothing less from Eve Frontier. Um, okay, first paragraph there. Um, so Eve Frontier is an online space survival game with an open and persistent sandbox. It focuses on self-reliance, tactical and emergent gameplay, third-party development. Just like what? it's it's quite a description of what genre it is. Project Awakening, yes. Developed on the Carbon engine in Redstone. L2 blockchain designed for permissionless and open software. Again, I don't know enough about blockchain to like evaluate this. Edit aspects of the game world and server in real time. Again, like I said earlier in the video, blockchain, immediately what comes to mind is like all the coins like Dogecoin, stuff like that. I don't even know if that's correct. That's just what comes to mind when I think of it. But yeah, stuff like this. Open sourcing art assembly. Construct infrastructure such as storage facilities, trading posts, defenses, and more. Think of it as enhanced base building. Through each structure, so there's base building, survival game, I would assume. Through each structure having a programmable layer, eFrontier allows for greater modability and player expression on top of each base item. Constructing infrastructure and deploying it on the frontier does not require it to be programmed. For example, a smart storage unit is a structure anchored in space which acts as smart storage, holding and dispensing any form of inventory players choose to load it with, currency, items, etc. Smart assemblies, this structure can be coded to serve as a marketplace, quest giver, a bounty hunter system, an arcade machine. That's insane. You can like make your own auction house essentially. I mean, maybe not auction house, but a marketplace to sell stuff and give out quests like, hey, bring me back 50 Veldspar, 50,000 Veldspar, Eve Online term. And I'll give you this much. I don't even know. This much ISK. So yeah, that is really cool. Okay. You have real money RMT. Okay. Will it have RMT? In eFrontier Sandbox, you own your items, and all transactions between players are permitted. CCP will not prohibit transactions outside of and inside of the game. That's interesting. Um, they better make sure they code things well so that someone who understands the programming language isn't able to program something in the game that can kind of take advantage of the game and kind of hack it essentially and make real world money off of it. So that is that's that's the thing with blockchain. Like stuff like this, cryptocurrency, like so it have a range of in-game currencies built on the ERC20 standards. I don't even know what that is. Ability token that can be exchanged as means of external value. Lux. Okay. So it's interesting. I don't know what to think about this. Definitely interested. I mean, and coming from Eve Online, knowing the Eve universe, this could be interesting. Um, it's quite ambitious. And CCP Games doesn't the greatest history with other projects than Eve Online, and Eve Online has kind of it, it's been in decline for a long time. Um, but I'm here to try it out. Figured I'd just run through all of this stuff because this was something that interested me that I ran into today, and figured I'd share my thoughts with you guys. Thoughts aren't necessarily expert thoughts or even correct. Blockchain stuff, I might be completely coming out of right field on that. I might be 100% wrong on what I immediately think of when I hear blockchain, but definitely something I'm gonna look into, and maybe hopefully I get into the playtest and give it a shot. So, if you guys like this, please like and comment. Subscribe to the channel would be amazing. Um, and yeah, if you guys have interest in hearing my rambling thoughts on future game releases and of games that like interest me that I might want to play on my channel, let me know in the comments below if that's something you guys might want to hear before hear at another time. So, that guys, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.